Yep. Let me get this thing on camera. First things. Here we go. First things first. My peoples come first. Those of you with us, those of you no longer here, always remembered. Bitter Games in the building. You know what it is. I hope everything's coming out clearly. The audio, the video, the lighting. I kind of have to change things up a little bit. So hopefully everything's nice and clean. Hit me up in the comments and let me know if that is not the case. But we got another episode. And I got people in the building already. Listen, this is Vader Games TV. This is Why Always Me, episode 97. Episode 97. We're on our way to the Centurion mark. Episode 97, and we're going to discuss a few things. If you can see by here, a few things. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. As well. Let me move this microphone, actually. Sorry about that noise. Let me also point out right here on the side, those topics, every one of them will get discussed today. And City went away. We went away to Crystal Palace. Erik Ten Hag draws with Klopp. Did he do us a favor? Did he do Arsenal a favor? We'll discuss all of that. I'm going to have a few, if it happens to work out, a few people to be able to join. I see Adam backstage. I'm going to introduce Adam shortly, but I want to point this out. I'm going to try and do this as regularly as I can, at least once a week. Why Always Me? The feedback's been tremendous. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. If you happen to be watching on Twitter X, hey, I appreciate the views, the interaction. If you happen to comment, thank you. If you happen to like or share or repost, do all that stuff. But also take a second, find that burner phone. You know you got that second device. Get on that second device, go into YouTube, hit the like button. The like button is tremendous. It's tremendous for a small channel like mine, as well as share it if you can, but definitely subscribe. Subscribe so you don't miss the next show. Because there's going to be shows where I'm going to be very level-headed. I'm going to talk about the City. But then there's also times where I got to get in on the rivals. Sometimes I got to get in on certain players in terms of how they've been performing. You know what I mean? So please don't miss out on any of those. Now, all these topics are going to get discussed. I'm going to do my part to stay involved with the comments, but I'm going to try to also keep this show flowing. So thank you for all of you tuned in right now. Now, 1 point separates City from the top. All right, we got Liverpool at the top, Arsenal technically at the top because of goal differential. And listen, United fans, you aren't going to like hearing this. Because all of these Erik Ten Hag outers, all of this energy, and I get it, he hasn't performed this season the way he did last season, but he got tremendous praise from you all last season. One season up, one season down. Does that mean he's already out? I don't think so. But Erik Ten Hag, has he lost to Klopp? Has he lost to Liverpool? Some of that's going to get discussed, not only now, but later on in the show. Now, let me bring my man Adam in the building. He's going to help me discuss a few of these topics. And if you don't know Adam, he's a City fan. He represents well. He gets really heated though. After losses, something gets to him. So sometimes he talks a little reckless inside of the spaces. And if you don't know, definitely follow Adam. Be a part of the City space as well as general football spaces in the future. He's a right guy to stay involved with. But let me bring Adam into the building, into the show. Adam, how are you doing this morning? Thanks for joining, man.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. You sound nice and calm. Everything feeling good. I know we got a Champions League game later on. You sound nice and relaxed. What's good?
Yeah, I'm confident today. Even if we do get a draw, take it to the head-to-head, I'm confident we'll beat them. At the end of the day, we just gotta wait and see what the lineup is.
Okay. Adam says he's confident, even if we leave with the draw. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to get too far ahead because that's something we'll talk about later. But I think a lot of City fans are actually calm going into this. To be honest with you, I think a lot are looking at, you know what? Yeah, I know there's injuries. I know our form isn't the best, but we can make this happen. Now, let me go through the topics one by one. All right. Let me go through these. And again, because I do this show once a week, I do feature on a few shows. If you haven't seen me, I do make a regular reaction appearance on the Football Terrace. I got to represent. Out there because you know the narratives. You know how, shout out to Terry, but he's a United fan. He can't help himself. Can't help with that United hate on City. So I gotta be out there to represent, as well as deal with some of those rivals out there. But you'll see me. Shout out to SarcasmTV. Shout out to StaffyTV, American Waffle, SarcasmTV, Mandem Edition, Manchester City, Manchester United. That'll happen on later on tonight. And then Egal, Vibes from the Six, my fellow Canadian. He's out there, obviously, out in the UK. But I'm featured on a few. And I've been getting amazing advice in the comments. Let me know. But I've been getting amazing advice where they're like, listen, Vader, your features are great. Your features are great. Like what you have to do, like what you have to say. The energy is amazing. Bring that same conversation, bring that same energy to your own channel, help it grow. And speaking of my channel and helping it grow, I haven't hit 500 yet. I haven't hit the half century mark. I mean, the half thousand mark yet. Let me get there. I believe I'm only, you know what? I'm going to make myself pull this up. Hold on. Just so I'm not saying anything out of turn, I'm going to be accurate with it. Oh, why did I do that? YouTube's not liking me right now. And again, in the comments, let me know if my audio is clean. So listen, the feedback's been amazing. The feedback has been absolutely amazing, and I appreciate it all. I'm at 463 subs. Help me get to that 500. I see all of you watching right now, and I know you're on multiple devices. I know you're on different platforms. If you happen to be on Twitter X, take a second, change the device, get to YouTube, hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit that share a comment. All right, these topics don't necessarily need to be in order. We can switch it up, but let me flow on this one. Let me flow with this one. They keep telling me that I'm favorites to win this league, man. Adam, they keep telling me that my form is horrible. My defense is leaky. My midfielders, they can't seem to gel. The loss of Gundogan and Mahrez, you're feeling it. City aren't the same. But they still have me favorites. And you know what? We're reestablishing our winning ways. I mean, I know we can't get too crazy in terms of how we're going to continue playing moving forward because anything can happen. But the fact that we got results after the draw to Arsenal, we got positive results versus Aston Villa, much needed. And Pep showed rotation. We got a very good result against Crystal Palace. I was the first to say that's a bogey team, no doubt. Listen, that is a bogey team. But I was first to say we get these 2 wins. We stay within striking distance. What we happen to do moving forward is going to be, I think it's going to be nice and chill because we've been here before. We've had to deal with it. We're still looking to see how Arsenal deal with Champions League and the league. We're still waiting to see how Liverpool deal with their injuries in Europa and the league. But we've reestablished our winning ways, and it's one game at a time. What did you think, Adam? What did you think of the Crystal Palace game? Were you nervous going into it, or did you think that we're going to handle business the way we typically do to close out a season?
No, I think, look, I said that we will win our remaining games, and I expected us to convincingly win the game against Crystal Palace, which we did.
You expect us to win the remaining 7 games?
Yeah, call me crazy, but
Okay.
honest truth, I actually think we can. And honest truth, yes, the 2 games where I can see Arsenal potentially dropping points.
Ooh, he's already okay. You're gonna talk about Arsenal dropping points. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me pull it up. Adam's already looked ahead. See this. See Adam Adam Gunalorian, True City fan, Mancunian Way. There was a show that I did in scheduling work, family. Just haven't been able to bring it back, but I will. It's CIA, Cite Intelligent Agendas, and the key emphasis here is a Cite intelligent. So Adam was a part of that. He does his homework, he studies, he looks and provides information that many of us just didn't really even look at or take the time to look at. So Adams looked at Arsenal's schedule, their fixtures coming forward. And so where do you kind of envision them dropping points?
Because look, they play Aston Villa after the first leg of the Bayern Munich game. I see them winning that game, and then the
At home, yeah.
second
They
leg,
play at home.
yeah, yeah, and then the second leg, after the second leg, they play Wolves. The game where I could potentially
They play away at
get to,
Wolves. Is that
yeah. I don't know. I think let me check now. I think he might be at home because I think it's
no.
at home, that one
I'm
that
looking
we
at it right now. So they'll play Bayern today at home. And then
yeah.
on Sunday they play Aston Villa at home.
Mm,
And then they'll travel to Bayern to
mm,
play obviously to play Bayern, and then they'll
yeah.
have to travel again to go to Wolves
To the morning
3 days later.
Stadium. I think, honest truth, yeah. I think the Bayern meet the second leg, yeah. The Wolves game, it depends on how
I
the
smell that.
first
I can
leg
smell
is.
that.
Why I
hmm
say it depends on how the first leg is. If say the first leg is say 1-0 Bayern Munich or 1-1, then you could see a case
Nah,
where Arsenal play their
Nah.
strongest where
Listen,
Arsenal play their
no,
strongest lineup.
yeah, they're playing their strongest lineup today, and I think they deal. See, we don't need to necessarily go through the topics in order, but I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna skip ahead. I actually, and you may not see it depending on how you're looking at
Yeah.
this, because I know you're in the studio, but I've got Arsenal. Like Arsenal will further embarrass Bayern Munich today. They're
No,
gonna
look,
embarrass them.
I think they'll beat Bayern Munich. But at the
No,
same
they're
time,
not
I
just
could
beating
see.
them, Adam. No, they're not just beating them. They
Cause,
are
no, you
they
know
are
what I
going to
say? I think
embarrass
Harry
them.
Kane. Look, it's not me trying to say hold strings, but I don't know. Look, I think Harry Kane, yeah, him being the Tottenham boy that he is, he will probably want to have a say in a say. But I could be wrong.
No,
It's just me saying.
you're wrong.
But I think they'll beat Bayern Munich definitely. But I don't know by how many
They're
goals. That's the problem.
okay. Maybe
But
it may not. Yeah, it may not be something crazy like what Bayern had done to them in the past, but it's going to be like even if it's 2-0, 3-1, they Bayern are getting embarrassed. I'm telling you, they're getting embarrassed because you look at the form that Arsenal in. You look at Bayern's fans can't travel to the game, so all advantage Arsenal. And then you look at some of the injuries that Bayern have had to deal with, and I hate saying this, but you got to recognize game. Bayern looked bummy. Bayern looked so bummy, man. They lost to Heidenham or
you can also
something.
make an
My
argument.
apologies.
Yeah.
hmm
I say you can make an argument why I say you could say someone say Bayern Munich. Is if Zinchenko is playing on that left side, the left back
I don't think it matters.
of the back four, I think if anything, yeah, they would try to target him and say, let's just say they put, let's say, a Musiala against him or a Leroy Sané. I think honest truth, yeah, I would confidently say yeah, a Musiala and a Sané will absolutely kill yeah Zinchenko because Zinchenko
Nah,
defensively is
nah.
horrendous.
I get that, but they'll have to get past Zinchenko. But then they still have Gabriel. Then they still have Saliba, right? So, and you're going to have Declan Rice that's going to be tracking back. If Arteta decides to play Declan Rice and Jorginho to just have that defensive stability, uh, they're not. They're Bayern aren't doing anything. I'd be surprised if Bayern score more than one goal. And I'd also want to emphasize that with because Arsenal fans and the stadium, there's going to be a lot of emotion. There's no Bayern fans in there.
But
It's all
But the
advantage
problem is,
Arsenal.
but the problem is
No, hold on.
Jorginho, he doesn't have legs though.
Adam, it doesn't matter. If he's not, because look at how defensive Arsenal have been as of late, right? They'll say, you know what? Trossard, Havertz, Saka, Odegaard, you guys find a way to score. Rice, creep up if you have to. Find a way to score. But that defense, nah, we're staying locked in. We're being risk adverse. We're not taking any chances. You go and score. And if we happen to be 2-0, we'll take that. We'll take that. I think Bayern they just lost, Adam, in their league. They just lost 3-2. I'm gonna butcher their name because I don't have it in front of me. But Heidenheim, who had like a -8 goal differential in the entire league, like Tuchel had them looking so poor. And I was on a show just last night, American Waffle, and Marshall, Chelsea fan. And what's with all these Chelsea fans and how much they fight for Tuchel? Like, what is that? It's so weird to me. But he was fighting hard. Tuchel, he'll have them right. You got to ignore league form and talk about Champions League form and all of this stuff. And he thinks that Bayern are going to do something at the Emirates. I really don't agree with that. And as I speak about this, and I'm speaking way too long on Arsenal, but it is Champions League. It's Champions League night. Let me know in the comments. And if you happen to be watching this on a different platform, if you're on Twitter X, again, go YouTube. Hit me up in the comments. Say what up. Drop a comment. Period. If you happen to be on Twitter X, take the time to do it as well. Love is appreciated. See who supports. Right. I also know who the real ones are, and appreciate you all that are watching right now. But I have to, and I'm going to vent a little bit before I go to the next topic. Champions League, what are you doing? UEFA, what are you doing? In this day and age, at this time, with all the information that you have, with all the data, however you want to say it, why are both Champions League games happening at the same time? Why? It absolutely makes no sense to me. I get it. You're obviously, there's a tradition in terms of when the games take place, when people can expect to watch it and interact, but people will adapt. And trust me, I should be in my other world. Obviously, I don't do this full time. YouTube's not my thing. But my other world, you're missing a trick. You're missing an opportunity. If you were to stagger one game at 7, the next game at 9, or you want to even make it slightly 6:30 in terms of evening start, you would get a very, very much interested football world fans able to watch both games. Imagine the comments, imagine the interactions to be able to converse over both games instead of splitting attention or having obviously a fan base only devoted to one game at a time. I don't get it. I don't get it. If they were even staggered an hour, I think they should be staggered 2 hours. I think 2 hours could actually be managed. You could have so much engagement for both games. I get why it doesn't happen in the group stages because you don't want anyone, you don't want anyone staging or playing based off of results that they know that have happened, right? You want both teams playing to win or playing in the honesty of not knowing the result of other games. But at this stage, it doesn't matter what Arsenal and Bayern do because what City and Real do is very separate. I absolutely don't get it. Now I'm recording the game, obviously, but I'm going to have to watch it in its entirety later, which is off of the vibes of everyone else as well, because it's kind of like a replay, or it's kind of stale because I'm not watching it live. I think UEFA, listen, consult me. Listen, Vader Games TV at Gmail. Consult me. We'll discuss this in detail on how you can actually maximize this engagement that you have with the Champions League. Got to change from the old ways. Now, let me change this and let me make this clean as well. Vader Games. Now, we're back in our winning ways, and we're back in our winning ways because Pep There's no denying he's a genius. There's absolutely no denying it. His the variation in terms of the starting 11 over the last 2 games, I've absolutely loved. I've loved it. Yeah, for those of you to do your fantasy football and you're like, oh, so and so's not starting. Oh, Pep's screwing up my fantasy league. Okay, bun all that, forget all that. That doesn't matter. But Pep, right now, with the rotation, Pep looking to rest the KDB, which what he did in Aston Villa, rest the Foden, which what he did in Crystal Palace. I like to see that. I like to see that. And I like to see Oscar Bob get some more time. Shout out to him in the new contract. I like to see Rico Lewis being more steady because, again, we know the way these fixtures are lining up, the way these games are going to be so intense, and it's almost going to be a game every 3 days. We need everybody. And I hate the fact that I'm going to this Champions League with no Walker. I hate that it's questionable for Gavardio. I hate that Ake is not available. All that, Pep, the more variation in your starting 11, I'm cool with. I'm cool with because we need to get healthy. And I think you do it better than anyone else with regards to player management. All right? Players don't feel a ways because they know from jump, there's no guarantees. Right? I know for a fact a lot of players choose not to come to City because, one, we won't pay that moolah that they expected. Shout out to Arsenal in the 105 for Declan Rice. But also a lot of players don't like that they can't get the guaranteed, secured playing time, starting time. So you either accept it when you come to City or you don't come. All right? Sterling, Jesus, Cole Palmer, Zinchenko, all gone because they also realized that playing time, it's based off of merit. It's based off of you being the right matchup for the opponent. And if you can't deal with that, you got to bounce. You got to go. We got to have harmony in the locker room. We got to have everybody on the same page in the locker room. All right. And thank you, all of you. I think 59 of you watching right now, 60 right now. If you happen to be, listen, if you happen to be watching on a different platform than YouTube, I need you to take a second, go to YouTube, hit the like button. Let me see what my likes are at right now. And I don't usually do this, but go check me out on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 500 subs. All right, and then we move from there. All right, be a part of that. Now, there's no denying, Adam, that the variation in terms of the starting 11 has been key. Was there anything for you that kind of surprised you in the latest game, this game versus Crystal Palace, with what Pep did with the starting 11?
I think not really. It didn't surprise me, but it's somewhat say expected. Him trying to keep everybody on their feet and keeping everyone fit. And fresh going for the amount of games that we're gonna have coming up.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I mean, I actually forgot to mention this, but I need Ederson back. I need Ederson healthy and back tomorrow. I know I don't want to risk it today, but I need him back tomorrow. I need him getting ready for the second leg at home at the Etihad. Imagine him healthy and spraying those passes.
I think Ederson's been fit, but he's just being kept for this Real Madrid game. Honest truth, that's how I feel it.
You think he's playing? He's playing today?
I think he's fit. I think he'll play today, and then Ortega will start the game against Luton.
Ooh, I like that. If that's the case, I like that. Ederson, best keeper in the league. I need him back. The only reason why many can't speak of him that way is because of his injuries this season. But man's been incredible. Now, let me also do this shout out every time. I got to large up those of you in the comments that show the love. Real ones, not just watching. Listen, watching is amazing and I appreciate it. But interact. Let me know. Let me know the likes. Let me know the dislikes. Let me know if you challenge an opinion. Also, let me know if you want to be a part of the show. And you can be a part of the show by being in the comments. All right. Let me shout out the very first to comment on the show this time around. And I always show love to the very first comment. Ilias, big up. Big up, my guy. What it do? What else he got to say? We need City to win so Arsenal doesn't win this title. You need it. I'm with you. I'm a City fan, so obviously I need City to win. But I think for this, you know what? I think for the sake of English football, hear me out. This might sound crazy, but I think for the sake of the Prem, it would actually be better if City wins this year, not Liverpool and Klopp, because Klopp's leaving, right? You don't want that. He like a winner leaving. There's no defense there, right? Klopp leaving. There's no defense of the title next season. So I think for the sake of the Prem, hear me out. Maybe I sound crazy. City win a fourth because it's never been happening before. Think of all the things that can be talked about, the Prem, how they can promote things. Never been done before. All of the breakdowns. Arteta finishes second, so he finishes better than Klopp, and he sends Klopp farewell. Arteta gets spoken again about that resurgence of Arsenal, that growth of Arteta, the building on it, right? And then we got next season and Arteta surpassing or looking to surpass the master in terms of Pep. And you've got those two clubs battling it again. Let me know in the comments if I sound crazy, but I think that would actually be for the sake of football. That's what we should do. And again, it keeps Arsenal mad hungry. We got to keep Arsenal at bay just for one season, but Arsenal finishes higher than Liverpool. City win it again because we've never seen a fourth, and that allows all rivals to crash it on United. United, stop talking about your three-peat and your trouble. We'll put that to bed. So for the sake of football, we've got like so many things that are new, so many things that can kind of get discussed in a new way. Yo, PM's a real one. He's on Twitter. X took the time to comment, and I appreciate it. Again, if you're on YouTube, do the thing, PM. Don't miss out. But huge fan. We interact often. The talks are going to be crazy today, I know, in Twitter Spaces. Good luck to you today. I think you guys are dealing with Bayern. That's no reverse jinx or anything like that. Listen, real recognize real. You guys are playing at a phenomenal level right now. Bayern are looking bummy. You guys are going to deal with that. Yo, bless. Now, we got to thank Liverpool. We do. And there's a few things. Let me do this properly. We got to do this properly. Let's thank Salah. Let's thank Nunez. Let's thank Liverpool in general because they were extremely wasteful with their attempts at scoring versus Manchester United. Have we seen a worse Manchester United team? Have we seen a team like them perform so inconsistently, perform so poorly, and they still got a result? I mean, that draws like a win. That draws like a win. Again, also, that draws like a win for rivals. Okay, I can tell you for a fact, Arsenal fans were giddy. Arsenal fans were like, "Woohoo, back in it!" Yeah, you know what? Talk to Arteta now. Taking that draw, playing for that draw versus City. It's panned out. It's worked out. Arsenal fans were amped. City fans were like, "Yo," I was like, "What? You guys want me in this title race? You guys dropping points, Liverpool. You actually want another goal with this. You want another City Liverpool battle, and we got Arsenal in the mix. You want this? How do you drop points to this United team? Crazy. And how are you so wasteful?" Salah, man, I'm gonna give you the credit. Sorry, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Salah, you get the benefit of the doubt because of what you've done in previous years and the fact that this season you're coming off injury. Because I see it. My man, my killer, my striking Viking isn't scoring the way he normally does. And you know what? I think a large part of that is coming off injury, trusting your body, trusting the movement that you do because you're just not quite sure. For any of us that have dealt with injuries, we kind of know the case of that. So I'm not going to kill Salah too much, but I have to say this. And let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I think Darwin Nunez, you know what, I was going to be kind, but I'm not going to be. Darwin Nunez, I think, is the dumbest player, period. I think he lacks football intelligence. I'm not going to say as a person he's dumb. I would never do that. But as a football player, he lacks football intelligence. Many, I'm not even going to say some, many, a lot, most of the decisions that he does, I'm baffled by it. I'm like, what did you process in those split seconds to do that? Like, how are you wired? He should be on, I think easily, he should have 8 to 10 more goals to his credit this season, and probably 5 more assists. Like, maybe it's just like panic. Like the game gets too fast for him. He doesn't slow things down. He is the dumbest footballer that I'm watching this season. And I said this on Twitter. Go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
You know which other player that had several chances that could have left that United game with a hat trick was Luis Diaz. Yet again, in the FA Cup he was wasteful, and in the Premier League as well at Old Trafford he was wasteful. But honest truth, yeah, Man United should have won that game if it wasn't for that controversial penalty. Because if you watch it again, yeah, it was never a penalty, never ever a penalty. But yeah, well, why are we surprised in Liverpool?
It is Liverpool. And I said this on the Football Terrace. All right. Shout out to Terry in the Football Terrace, KJ, my guy. I don't want to hear Liverpool fans. I don't want to hear you. And I'm looking at the camera right now. I don't want to hear you talk about that Tottenham game. I don't want to hear about the disallowed goal. I don't want to hear it anymore. That happened in the 27th minute of that game. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees that you would have won it. There's no guarantees that you would have drawn it. So don't bring that up anymore. The refs have already done enough for you now. And that pen shouldn't have happened. That pen it was a soft pen. It was a soft pen. I don't want to hear any more from Liverpool fans. And on top of that, I think it's more exciting this way. I think it's more exciting because City are in third. I keep getting reminded. Dio, Arsenal fan, he wants to keep reminding me, Vader, quiet, you're in third. Talking to me so disrespectfully. You're telling me I'm in third, but yet I continue to be favorites. All right, let's relax. But this title race with Liverpool and Arsenal a point ahead of City. City currently third. It's up to you guys. Arsenal, Liverpool. Don't drop points. It's up to you. You mess up, advantage me. So it's all on you. I'm not winning this league unless both of you screw up. Unless both of you concede points. Unless both of you let me get back into this. 7 games left. 7 games left. I'm gonna blink first. Go ahead, Adam.
You're being kind to rival fans, but me, I've warned them. I said to them, me and Hamza, we warned them. We said to them, listen, yeah, if somehow we end up winning the league, me and Hamza are going to be 2 unbearable people. Because listen, you know what's funny? All I heard this season, yeah, and you probably got the same thing, was, your team is not great. You're this, that. And if I still end up winning the Premier League for the 4th time in a row, I'm telling you, me and Hamza are going to be unbearable.
No, I know. I already know how you and Professor Hamza move. So that's gonna be torturous for any rivals. Because yeah, we've been told all season long. Listen, you were dumb in the transfer window. Why'd you ever let Gundogan go? Why weren't you able to track better quality, but better talent? You're treble winners. We haven't been performing very well. That I'll admit to that. And shout out to everyone watching right now. We got over 80 people watching now. If you happen to be watching on Twitter X, let me know in the comment. Show some love. Real ones, interact with the show. And if you happen to be on YouTube, again, I'm trying to get to 500 subs. Humble beginnings, right? 500 subs. Let me know in the comments as well. I want to shout out Elias. He says, I agree with your Nunes take. And again, I don't do takes for the sake of shock value, for the sake of interactions. I don't do that. That's not me. Take time. I look at things. All right. It's the reason why I develop CIA intelligent agendas. We take our time with things. We study. We have a proper approach. This Darwin Nunes isn't a quick reaction. The man's been in the league for a year plus now, right? There's enough data. There's enough examples in easy, less stressful games to big, important games. He's consistent. He lacks football intelligence, and this is where the fight with Klopp versus Pep is where I really go to bat for Pep, because I want to say, listen, Pep is going to educate you as a player. Pep is going to elevate you. Pep is going to point out, here's where you can evolve. Here's how you can become better. Some want to say, the players get too robotic. But listen, if he takes a second to break down the game for you and shows how you can improve, a lot of those consistent errors that you tend to do because you're playing off of instinct, you're playing off of vibes, you're playing off of just sheer express yourself, you're going to continue to make those mistakes. I like what Pep does, and this is where Klopp needs to kind of take a minute of that. I know he's going to go on sabbatical for a bit, take a break. Hopefully when he comes back managing, he kind of adds that to his repertoire. But man, Erik Ten Hag, thank you very much. You United fans, pick your moments when you want to crash it on Erik Ten Hag. He's not bad every damn game. Yes, we can critique moments. There's 90 minutes played. Of course, there's going to be elements within the game where you're going to kind of question the manager and wonder what they're doing. But not every damn time. And every manager, can get criticism. Pep gets criticism. Klopp gets criticism. Arteta gets criticism. Erik Ten Hag should not have gotten a result versus Liverpool. Yes, it's Old Trafford. Yeah, they're bad. United are bad. They should not have gotten a result. And the fact that they got that draw is huge. City's back in it. Arsenal are obviously top based off goal differential. Advantage Arsenal, disadvantage Liverpool. And Erik Ten Hag, all you Erik Ten Hag outers, you need to relax, because he did something. He actually managed a good game versus Liverpool and Klopp, because they should not. Going into that game, no one was giving United a chance at drawing or winning that game. So I'm gonna leave it there. Let me clean this. Vader game. All right. We heard good news earlier from Adam. Shout out to Adam. He's a man in the know. He's not ITK, but he knows. I'm just saying he knows because he happened to be aware of this. But Ederson traveling is great news. Ederson being healthy is huge. Walker not being healthy hurts. It hurts. Did he travel, Adam? Did Walker travel as well?
No, Walker didn't travel. Gavardio traveled, but he somewhat has enough. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know potentially whether Pep would want to say risk Gavardio. So that's the problem. That's what I was saying. Potentially, we could play a back three of Akanji, John Stones, and Ruben Diaz, and then the midfield. Yeah, it could potentially be in front of them, Rico Lewis or Rodri. The other thing is, I don't know, it could potentially even be Rodri or Bernardo Silva. Why I say that, it depends on how Pep decides to set up front, because if he decides to play Jack on the left and then he could play on the right, he could potentially play Doku on the right or even Alvarez. So that plays a big factor in who's going to play next to Rodri.
There's no way we're knowing. Yeah, there's no way we're knowing what Pep's going to do. I think the fact that, and the topic itself, Gavardio, Walker, and Ederson need to heal up. They need to heal up. They need to be ready for these 7 games left in the league, but also Champions League. They need to be ready. And I see the comments. I'm going to get to you. If you want to be a part of the show, just drop a comment. Interact with all of them. I need them healthy. If we have no Gavardio, we have no Ake. No Gavardio, no Ake, no Walker. These are defenders. I don't care who you are, rivals. These are defenders that you would want available going into Champions League. These are defenders you would want going against Real Madrid, 14 UCL winners. All right? So, I don't know how Pep sets up. I think he might go a Kanji He might go Stones. He might go Diaz. We might see Rico Lewis at left back. We might see Rico Lewis at left back, and maybe the chance is for him to just not play advanced, just play defensive. Because I think he can play in a little bit of the pockets when we have the ball offensively. But maybe we look at that and him doing a job against Rodrigo, and we have a Kanji more trusted against Vinicius. And we got Stones who can kind of invert out of the right center back role, and then we got Diaz kind of anchoring things down. And then we got Rodri. We got Rodri, KDB, and maybe he goes Bernardo Silva in the midfield, and then we go Foden, Haaland, and Grealish up top. That might be an option. I'm not sure. There's a lot that can happen between now and kickoff. If that's how I would set up, yeah, because then I got an option with Doku to come off the bench. Then I got an option with Kovacic. Then I got an option with Oscar Bob. The only problem is defensively, I got no options. If any defender, my desk is made of wood. If any defender gets a knock, I'm in trouble. We are in trouble. So yeah, Pep might introduce a back three type system if something goes bad for us. But let me go to the comment real quick. NS Sports TV, man, I appreciate it. Big up Vader, much love. Chelsea did their thing versus United. I rate you, and you don't need to because it's unspoken, but I'm gonna say it. You're welcome for Cole Palmer. All right, yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, okay, we're good. We're good. He did his thing. Adam, I need us to leave there with a draw, 1 goal deficit minimum at the Bernabeu. This isn't about not having confidence in the club or doubting Manchester City or trying to do any of this. We're not good enough to win there. But when I think of how good we have to be defensively and how we're missing 3 defenders. I know Gvardiol's if Gvardiol plays, then I kind of my energy will change as well. But if we're missing Gvardiol, Walker, and Ake, yeah, let's just manage the damage and deal with them when they come back to our house at the Etihad. Let's just deal with it then. All right. Vader game. We kind of talked about this a little earlier. And this is where if you guys really disagree, you guys can be a part of the show. And I say guys, I mean guys and girls. You can be a part of the show with your comments. I'll read them out. As long as they're respective, they're on topic. But I'm going to read them out. And I'm doing this show a little earlier than normal because that's when I can kind of fit it in workday. I am going to do my best to try and do it at a later time as well. If you happen to be watching on the Twitter X app, take a second. Find YouTube, Vader Games TV on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the like button. Drop a comment in there as well if you like. We got to talk about this Arsenal. Their form's good. I can't lie. I can't hate. There's future show. Vader Hater is going to be a future show where I'm gonna express some of that hate. If you hold on to hate, it can be cancerous. It can be damaging. So you should never let that stuff in. Always be able to vent, whether it's through physical activity, whether it's through whatever means for you to kind of get that out of your system. Express it. Do it. I'm gonna introduce Vader Hater episodes, or I'm just gonna have to get that off my chest. And I get a chance to do that in spaces sometimes. All right, but I can't hate on Arsenal. I can't hate on Arsenal with how they're performing right now. Now, Did I think that they played a little too pragmatic? Did I think that they missed a chance of attacking City from and this is being completely honest, City being vulnerable, and all you rivals remind me of this, my midfield, my defense. I think Arsenal were a little too pragmatic in terms of how they conceded the draw, how they accepted the draw. But again, now in hindsight, looking at how Liverpool dropped points thanks to Erik Ten Hag and Manchester United, maybe Arteta's looking like a genius. But being level on points with Liverpool to actually being ahead because they would have won versus City had they attacked is the case. And I'm not wrong to really say that. Look at Crystal Palace. Look at Aston Villa. Two clubs that don't have anywhere near the quality of Arsenal. And if they chose to attack limit to those two clubs, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, I think they get some joy. Also, defensively, they're a lot more sounder than both of those clubs. I don't think they concede the 4 goals like Crystal Palace and Aston Villa did. And it's not going from what they did versus City to being completely open and expansive, but it's a middle ground. I think they missed it. And it's, again, this is evolutions to Arteta, evolutions to Arsenal and that team. But the form that they're in, they are going to embarrass Bayern Munich. Shout out to my man JK on Twitter X. Interact with him on Spaces. He's going to hate me saying this. But the form that Bayern are in is another reason why I think they get embarrassed. Because you got the great former Arsenal. They know what they are now. Arsenal know what they are. They're not in this. They're not in this thinking of they're the best team on the planet, but I think they know that they can be the best defensive team. You look at their center back partnership. You look at Ben White. You look at the return of Tomiyasu. You look at just them being healthy. Kivior, they've got bodies. If they hang their hat on being defensively sound, frustrate teams. You look at Bayern, and Bayern do not look good. Let me actually look this up in the Bundesliga. Because this Bundesliga is crazy right now. Shout out to Xabi Alonso. Smart decision not going to Liverpool. Very smart decision not going there. But you look at the standings right now. Bayern are 16 points. 16 points off top. Yuck. Tuchel's a bum. You know what? It wasn't our time to win the Champions League versus Chelsea and Tuchel. That year, had we won it, it would have been a double. It would have been great. Would have been special. I'm not saying all that. It hurt losing. It hurt losing. I had to go on the football terrace and and speak after that loss. Hurt. Still feel it right now. But it wasn't our time, and it gave Tuchel. I think it gave Tuchel a career. In terms of look, you look how Chelsea fans speak about Tuchel now because of what that win, unexpected, right? But this guy's a bum. His league play, honestly, his league performances, even when he was back at Chelsea, just never good. Wasn't good. Very inconsistent. And now he's 6 points off top to Leverkusen. Absolutely disgusting. And just the other day, he lost to Heidenheim. Apologies if I didn't say that right. Heidenheim, who are -8 goal differential. He lost to them, and they're 10th in the league. He lost to a 10th ranked team in the league, -8 goal differential, and he lost 3-2. He's taken that form into Champions League. He's taken that form to go to the Emirates with no fans. They're getting slapped. No. They're getting slapped. Bayern Munich, JK, if you hear me, you're getting slapped today. Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, and I want to keep reminding us, first managerial job. I think he's avenging those 5-2s that you put on Arsenal in past years. Bayern Munich are getting slapped today. and I won't be able to watch it. I'm recording it. I'm gonna have to watch it another time because again, I got to study a potential opponent in Arsenal and Bayern Munich. But in this first leg at the Emirates, it might be 3-0, 3-1. The only hope is Tuchel does I got no fans going to the Emirates. Let's not risk anything. Let's try to leave here 0-0. That's the only hope. The list of injuries of what I also heard of Bayern Munich, and PM didn't like me saying this at the time because I said Klopp, unluckiest manager, unluckiest. And then we got Arteta, who I believe is the luckiest. Because lucky, man, 8th, 5th, and still kept his job and had the trust of the club, Lucky. And he's going against Bayern with all these injuries. Listen, don't be surprised if it's a 3-0, 3-1. Don't. JK, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We'll speak in spaces, but I think that's going to be the case. Let me go to the comments. Red Devil Studios. It's been a minute. HH. Shout out to HH. Have Hope Football Hut. I haven't been there. It's Champions League time. I've been studying. I speak fluent UCLEs. I'm a return. Also, Red Devil, thank you for what you did to Liverpool. Thank you. We need to speak. There's a lot of fight. There's a lot of fight in United. Can't deny that. As much as everybody wants Erik Ten Hag out, I think he's figuring out who the fighters are and who aren't the fighters. But appreciate the support on the channel, man. Now, 3-1, 3-0. Could it be worse? I don't know. But Bayern Munich, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay this time around for what you've done to Arsenal. What, 2017? Was that the last time Arsenal were embarrassed by you guys? I think the shoe's gonna be on the other foot.
What year was the year that they beat them? I think it was 10-2 on aggregate, wasn't it? I don't know.
It was 10-2 on aggregate, yeah. No, Arteta and Arsenal are writing that wrong. I'm telling you, Adam. The Spaces tonight, Twitter Spaces tonight is going to be unbearable if you're interacting with Arsenal fans. They are going to be so amped because, listen, they're dealing with Bayern. They're dealing with them. It's disgusting. And all of this Harry Kane talk about loving to play versus Arsenal. Harry Kane can score goals. He's been scoring goals. Who cares? Who cares? That's all he does. He doesn't win. There are goal scorers and winners. Shout out to Erling Haaland. And then there are goal scorers. There's empty calories. There's meaningless goals. That's Harry Kane. Because when it matters, when it really means something. Who goes to Bayern Munich? Serial winners. Serial league winners. It's almost like setting your watch, right? It's easy. It's like the red or rain. It's like the seasons. They change. They natural. It's expected. Bayern winning the league. It's expected. The last time they did not win the league was Klopp.
It was the year, the year that Klopp won it.
Yes. This is crazy. Harry Kane goes to Bayern and he brings his non-winning ways to them. It's absolutely disgusting. Aaron in the building. Aaron goes Bayern 2-1 away win. What? Where? How? Aaron, how? Where are you seeing this? What level?
If Aaron is true, Veta, I hope so. You know what? I purely just want Aaron to be right 2-1 so I can have some pure entertainment from the Arsenal spaces. I'll probably just be there as a listener if they lose 2-1.
I don't like the. Well, I don't see again. I'm not. I make content, but I'm not a content creator. I don't like the point of, and I'm not saying that Aaron's doing this. I'm not saying that you're doing this. But when you hear for the sake of content, this is the result that I want. I'm like, nah. For the sport, and what I'm looking at and how I'm seeing teams lined up, Bayern aren't dealing with Arsenal today. Aaron, I think you're wrong, man. And you better be here. Maybe I'm gonna look to do a bonus show on Thursday. I'm gonna try and do a bonus show on Thursday. But you better be here for us to discuss this 2-1 away win that you're claiming Bayern to have. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And if you happen to be watching on YouTube, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future shows. If you're watching on a different platform, use that other device. Go to YouTube. Hit that like. Let me see. Interact with the show. Again, there's the love's great. The support's been tremendous and it's much appreciated. But you gotta head over to YouTube and do that over there, man. It really helps this humble trying to get the 5 subs channel grow. Really simple. Now, we're disagreeing with this Bayern take. I'm not mad at that. That's cool. I'm not mad at that. But for those of you that happen to disagree, I better be able to talk to you afterwards. Adam, I'm gonna find you. We're gonna talk about this. Tonight is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. You know what? For the sake of either way, Adam, you know this. Whether Arsenal win, whether Bayern win, the two fan bases are going to be talking crazy anyway. So there's always going to be entertainment. There's always going to be.
You know what's funny, Rita? Man United, yeah. In fact, the whole of England somewhat has not of a choice to support Arsenal, because why I say they need to support Arsenal to win, because I think if Arsenal does well in the Champions League and the other teams in the Europa League and Europa Conference do well, England will get that 5th spot in a sense.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't like. No,
United fans and other fans,
I hate it.
Some have no choice but to support Arsenal, because they have no choice but to
I hate
support
that.
Arsenal
No,
to do
Adam,
well.
I hear you. Adam, I hate the coefficient thing. I don't like the coefficient thing because it's made too many frenemies. It's made too many. Yeah, go and do your thing because it benefits. I don't like this coefficient stuff. I don't like it at all. But if Arsenal, there's a few scenarios, right? So if Arsenal lose, Liverpool, I think, can find joy. City can find joy in knowing that Arsenal have to play a strong squad on the second leg. So the attention in terms of eyes or being focused on the league and Champions League, focus on the Prem and Champions League, it can kind of be split. So I can see why rivals will be like, you want Arsenal to lose, or you want it to be even a close first leg, right? Maybe a 1-goal differential. If it's a complete blowout, then Arsenal can feel a lot more relaxed going into the second leg game. Shout out to everyone tuning into the channel. Appreciate it. I see 120 of you. Hit that like button. I'm not even close to the number of viewers to the likes. The likes is what powers this channel. The comments helps power the channel. Be a part of the show. If Arsenal, if it's a close first leg, I think Liverpool are going to be like, ooh, they could slip up. You know what? They have to play a strong team. So coming out of Champions League, there could be some concerns. We might be able to get back into this or get an advantage. City having to do the same thing, although we also have Champions League, so it's not quite the same advantage as Liverpool would have. But I just don't see it in this. I just don't see it in this first leg. I think Arsenal handle the business. I think they continue to show the football world like, now the banter times are gone. The banter times are gone. Champions League and the pursuit. And I'm not saying that it's too early to tell whether they're able to deal with both competitions, but this is going to be the biggest test, and Arteta's got to get it right. I think he needs to get a 2-goal advantage and make the fan base and make the club a lot more comfortable. Vader game. All right, we got to discuss this. We got to discuss this, and you know what? Let me take the graphics off screen. Oh man. We got to discuss it. Real Madrid away. Major test for City. And it's a major test because of the injuries, Adam. I hate it. I feel so much comfortable if we were healthy, man. I'd feel so much more comfortable if we were healthy, but we're going into it with some injuries. It's going to be a huge test of our quality with the players that we have available. Real Madrid, we can't disrespect them. We can't belittle them. We can't talk too reckless, even though we handled them last season, but that was last season, right? Now, the Bernabeu, everything that I'm seeing, Adam, tell me if you've seen anything differently, but I heard that it's the first sellout of their stadium so far. Manchester City, treble three-peat winners, coming to their home ground. It's the first sellout of the Bernabeu. Speak on it, Adam. Speak on that. Adam's speechless. I'm gonna speak on it for him.
Yeah,
Listen.
no, you know it's my
Go
turn.
ahead.
You pretty look for as much as people say, "Oh, we don't have fans. We don't have fans." On the stream, that's what people are paying to watch these sorts of games. Madrid versus City, two juggernauts. Yeah, you've got one team that has won, 14
Yeah.
Champions Leagues, and then you got one that has won, potentially trying to win their second one. So obviously you're gonna have a sellout crowd.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying, listen. Manchester City coming to town, sell out record-setting attendance. That's what it's about. And I heard, I saw this on the timeline. I don't know if it was correct, but there was a request or proposed. Real Madrid had proposed to close their retractable roof. And I'm familiar with retractable roofs out here in Toronto. We have what used to be called the Sky Dome. It's Major League Baseball. It's where they play their games. And obviously the weather here is not always the greatest, but we had a retractable roof for baseball games. Absolutely amazing technology. And this is back in the day. This is what, late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, the Sky Dome, amazing. This speaks to where City's gotten to, man. I know you said rivals want to try to crash it on us, say we got no fans. But sellout, record-setting attendance. It also speaks to how hostile that atmosphere is going to be. And we know that Real Madrid's fans, they're more imposing at home than they are. They're not the best travelers. That's no disrespect. It's well documented. They're not the best travelers. So this game's going to be intense. I see Mancunian Way in the building. Let me try to catch up to the comments. Oh yeah, he agrees. He goes, they have asked permission to close roof as well to make atmosphere better. He goes, he goes 0-4 incoming. Oh my god. Okay, he's got confidence. Are you free for? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Messages like that from Mancunian Way. Important. That's all I'm going to say. The knowledge acquired, important. I trust this guy. All right. But this is gonna be a tremendous game. It's gonna be a tremendous game. I see Stop Online hate Bayern winning easy. Nah, you're wrong. I spoke about it earlier. Bayern are not winning easy. Bayern are losing easy. You heard it here on Vader Games TV, episode 97. Bayern are losing easy here. Surprise game is going ahead. To be honest, yeah. I mean, I heard about something with regards to some risks or something like that, with regards to some threats or anything like that. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything this morning on it for me. But let's get back into it. Mo goes, big up Vader, my God, yo, love, appreciate it. And again, you comment, you're part of the show. You like, you help grow the channel. You subscribe, you help support the channel. Do all of those things. It is greatly appreciated. Stop the online violence. Kane scoring 5. Where are you getting this from? Where's this hope coming from? I really don't get it. I don't get where this. Kane's not doing anything I'm telling you, he's not doing anything today. And you know what? When he doesn't, it's going to be talked about. But let me deal with this. Let me deal with this Real Madrid game. We talked about it. The injuries, stressed about. Defensively, I don't know what he's going to do. He could have Rico Lewis play left back. He could have Bernardo Silva play left back. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen out there. But we just gotta. We know where the attacks are going to come from. We know the quality of Real Madrid. We know that we just need to keep this first leg really close and have confidence, healing up, resting up, coming back to the Etihad and dealing with the case there. I think coming out of the Real Madrid game, and I'm going to do my best to do a show on Thursday as well. I'd like to talk post Champions League. Maybe I'll do do I do a show tonight? Maybe I'll try a short one. Maybe I'll do a 15-minute one. But maybe I'll do a reaction post Champions League. But after Real Madrid, we are home. We are home to Luton Town, and Luton's going to be a tough game. All right, not as tough as when it was going to Luton Town and playing them, but it's going to be a tough game after traveling back from Real Madrid. So we've got to deal with that. We've got to be smart. We got to not. We were gifted an opportunity from Erik Ten Hag and United with them getting a draw versus Liverpool. We're only at 1 point off Arsenal and Liverpool, so we got to take advantage of that and win this game first versus Real Madrid, or keep it as close as possible with hopes of winning it on the second leg. And then we've also got Luton Town. We've got Luton Town to deal with at home at the Etihad, so it's looking good. Stop Online Violence wants to say Bayern are built different in the UCL. Bayern, yes. Tuchel, no. Tuchel has been looking poorly for a lot of this season, a lot. So I don't have any confidence in that. Now, I made it a point, and I want to thank everyone for commenting on the topics throughout this. All right, everyone that's been able to comment, it's appreciated. Now, also, if you're watching on Twitter X, you can comment as well. You can just go to the other device. Go get your burner, get your desktop, get the laptop, get the tablet. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe on Vader Games TV. This is episode 97. It would be great to have you be a part of future shows, as well as when I hit that century mark. And the century mark means a lot. It means a lot. Obviously, we've seen KDB recently scored his 100th goal. You know what Manchester City and the Centurions and what that season meant. Over 100 goals, over 100 points. When I hit that century mark, I'm gonna be doing something special with regards to the content. So I'd like you to all be a part of that. Mo goes on to say, I think Harry Kane can will them past Arsenal, but not past the next round. Seems like the team zoned out Tuchel. That's what I'm saying. And you can't have players zoning out a manager in Champions League, because when he's asking you, it's said often, when a manager asks you to suffer, Pep says this often, you're going to have to suffer on that pitch. When you have to go you're going to have to play for that extra blade of grass. You're going to have to, you feel the pain in your lungs, but you're going to have to push past that lactic acid in your legs feeling heavy. You still got to run. You don't do that when you're already zoned out. You've already tuned out the manager. You don't do that. When they're going to have to kind of play beyond themselves, I don't see them doing it. Advantage Arsenal. But Mo, we'll talk. We will talk. You better be here. Sav goes, my guy Vader, shout out. Yo, Sav, good looking out, man. You're on Twitter X. I appreciate you being a part of the show, dropping a comment. It's been tremendous. If you can, I know you got that second device, man. I won't speak on it, but I know you got that second device. Go to YouTube, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 500 subs. Do the damn thing. You know what I mean? All right. Now, I've made it a point not to have this show ever. Well, it has, but I try not to have this show exceed 115 minutes. All right. Yeah. 115. I'm embracing that 115. Y'all want to spam it on different channels and think that I'm embracing the 115. So this show's going to wrap up shortly. and I want to thank and appreciate everyone that's interacted. Sav goes, or sorry, online hate says it's FIFA. By the way, I recognize, but I'm gonna respect your name. You're on, stop online hate. I got you. I got you. Sav, Bayern will be too much for Arsenal. They need the mentality to get a result today. Sav, you're wrong, man. Sav, and I'm gonna find you. We're gonna talk. Bayern. The B in Bayern should be for bummy. Should be for bad. They're not getting a result at the Emirates. Also with no fans. It's not happening. Not happening. And you better be around to speak on this. Yeah, bless. You better be around to speak on this. Mo, we need to play for a draw today. Deal with them at the we need to play at the Etihad. We'll handle them. We'll handle them at the Etihad. Ederson healthy. Hopefully we get Ake or Gavardiol. Walker. Guys need to heal up, man. 7 games left. Quarterfinals. We need to heal up. All right. No, there's no traveling fans. Bayern fans cannot travel. They threw flares at the last game in Champions League. Their fans are not able to go to the Emirates. It's not happening. You want to say that? Oh, okay. You want to say their defense is great? All right. Now, so Sav, appreciate it. You will be there. I will be here. We are going to have the conversation, and I'm working on something behind the scenes. You know what? I'll probably hit you up in the DMs because I want to work on something to actually. I want to continue to build off of the great. I'm gonna just say the great, football friendships that we've developed online, and actually do something a little more interactive. But now, this is episode 97. This is Vader Games TV. This is why always me. All right. We've had a great show. We've talked about everything here on. If you're tuning in late and you're just seeing this, all these topics were discussed. I'm going to do my best, and I need to be cleaner on it, but I need to start doing my timestamps so that based off of the topic you can go. But what I did between every topic, I did this. So if you drag your finger, if you happen to be on your device, or you drag your mouse, your cursor, on when you see this, Vader game. You see that break in the video, you know that I changed topics. All right. So blessed to everyone. I've exceeded the 115. This is episode 97, Vader Games TV. Why always me? You're able to hear from me, not only me, but also Adam, another fellow Manchester City fan, Mancunian away. Many of you in the comments, and always appreciated. If you happen to watch this on the replay, again, hit me up with a post comment. I'll interact with it. Hit me with a like. But I'm Vader Games. I'm out. Catch you after Champions League, and you'll see me featured. You'll see me featured on a few shows for sure. I'm out. Bless.